What's up, everybody? Okay. Welcome back to another episode of Ultra Fighting Missions. Today we're going to be bringing the two members of Overwatch versus Team Fortress 2. The Scouts. The team member of Team Fortress and Tracer. Overwatch's All-Stars Overwatch. These two will fight in a battle to the death to see who would win in the legendary Ultra Fighting Missions. Long ago, it was a peaceful day with the brothers in the gang. One night, it started in the Civil War of Team Fortress, when everyone was eager to serve. If one of the brothers survived, then they won of their own team. So far, they couldn't keep up, but one teammate was strong enough and fast enough to keep up with bullets and dodging them. This one was the Scout. The Scout is fast enough to dodge bullets and strong enough to survive 3 missiles that was coming after him. If you don't know, then go check on YouTube. So, if Scout wouldn't survive it, then he would be dead. Scout is kind of frustrated with everybody, and so far ahead. He's not good with everybody because he doesn't play fair. His speed can run 17 miles per hour. That's so far as almost faster as a human being's 15 miles per hour. Even though the Scout is a bit rude, he's still a good member of Team Fortress. He also has a baseball bat that can swing all the way to outer space and infinity. Scout is even strong enough to keep up with strong guys that are not stronger than him. Scout is like a gun machine. Like, he usually has some kind of guns. He also has a shotgun that can shoot everybody, and it causes damage, and it can usually die with 2 bullets. And he also has one gun that you saw in Uncharted, and he can use it to shoot it. He also has a can that can turn him invincible, unstoppable, and indestructible. Scout was not be able to help the brothers. He would be able to survive, hunt, and kill. If you don't want to mess with Team Fortress, you don't want to mess with the Scouts. 30 years from the present, a total bad guys of chaos was keeping on making up, until one team was going to save the world and ruin total chaos. Overwatch, a team that brings you cyborgs, ninjas, cowboys, and pilots, including Lena Oxton, codename Tracer. Tracer, the Overwatch, is strong enough to keep up with bad guys and fast enough to blink. She also has blink abilities that can blink everywhere, and she kind of says too slow. Tracer only gets her powers and guns abilities to shoot bullets with her recall ability. She has a recall ability to recall, and when her recall ability runs out, she just has to wait for a few seconds, and usually when it charges up a few seconds, Tracer gets back in action. Well, she also her blink when her blink ability doesn't worn off, she can restart her own time. And she usually survived an explosion of a plane that something went horribly wrong. Because Tracer would never really existed to be in a fight with Overwatch, Tracer is still keeping going with of the team. And if something weird happens, Tracer doesn't really keep focused because she always laughs in a battle. because she doesn't keep it focused, but sometimes when somebody messes with her, you don't want to mess with Tracer. Now that we discussed some of these characters, it's time to go to the fight. Wait. Warning alert. There's not actually going to be a fight, because Tracer vs. Scout fight doesn't really exist, because I ran out of paper, and I'm not a very good drawer on Scout versus Tracer, so we're just going to have to discuss the fight like we did on Slenderman versus Herobrine, Omnom versus Red, Creeper versus Enderman, and we haven't done talking videos in a long time. So, let's just get to the fight on Scout versus Tracer. The battle begins in two forts. Team Fortress to set Scout for the lookout until they know that the Team Fortress team was able to keep up with Overwatch. Then they set Tracer to keep on the lookout. She saw the Scouts just messing around. Tracer just wanted him to stop, but the Scout didn't even listen because they had to fight. Tracer just used her blade call abilities and attacked Scout back and forth. The Scout was getting mad, so he had to shoot her, but Tracer keeps blinking until something happens. The Scout is trying to use it. Tracer usually hook up with the bomb and usually running on the Scout. Scout was hanging out to drink some of his Diet Cola and usually starting to attack. Tracer was confused because the Scout was capably indestructible. Tracer ran out of recall ability, so Scout just usually attacked Tracer with a full massive gun proof. Wow. The Scout just took down Tracer with an attack of a gun. Tracer was bleeding, so Scout had to shoot her one more time. But then she started stopping the time, restarting abilities, and her recall ability tried to go. The Scout was so confused that Tracer was trying to attack, and Scout kept on running until he was fast enough to keep up with Tracer. Tracer just let up bombs until he was strong enough to survive the bombs carrier. The Scout was so confused that he couldn't even stop Tracer. Then when Tracer tries to shoot the Scout, she ran out of recall abilities, and now it was her chance. Scout picked up his baseball bat. He did a front flip to look cool and stuff, hitting Tracer to outer space. Usually, Tracer was all bleeding inside of her face. Then it started raining. Tracer was still weak. Scout had to get one of her bombs, throw it at Tracer, and defeating her once and for all. The winner is the Scouts. Wow, that battle was wicked. So, Scout is strong enough and fast enough to keep up with Tracer. Tracer was tough enough to keep up with bad guys, but the Scout is way more faster, avoiding Tracer with her sniper raptor. Tracer just had to dodge it with the recall ability. But somehow, Scout's Diet Cola, which stand a chance against Tracer's ability when she ran out of recall. Even though Scout's bad just blast her to an infinity, Scout is usually strong enough to keep up with Tracer's blink call ability. When he started defeating her with his roll, all he had to do was finish it off. I guess Overwatch was so disappointed in one team member. The winner is the Scouts.
Get ready for the next fight. Let's fight and every battle face off and spread the metal. No time for a doubt now. No place for backing down. Bang, 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 let it rip. Bang, 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 let it rip. Spin out, talk right now. Bring on some power. Right to the top, yeah. We never can fade out. Here comes you, comes the boys on the show. Let's go, bang, bang, let it rip. Let's all finish and let it rip. Bang, 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 let it rip. This is it, get it, rip, let it rip.
1